What's up, everybody? Jordan Stewart here from Vover. Thanks so much for tapping into the Vover Original Show. Just a reminder that if you want to drop your opinions about the episode or respond to the host and guests with your voice, go and download the Vover app wherever you get your apps. Vover, voice over everything. Enjoyed the show.
What's up, guys? Happy Thursday and welcome into the Thursday edition of the Vover NBA show. And I'm joined today by my favorite guest and my fellow Vover co-host, Ben Lyons. Ben, what's up?
You say that to all the guests. I feel like that's your thing. You say that to all the guests.
I don't think I do. I think that I really enjoy doing shows together with you.
I appreciate that. I enjoy making short form audio content with you across multiple platforms. What's happening?
The plug. Well, today is the 2021 NBA draft, a little later than we're used to. I don't know what pick the Knicks have. I know you do, but that's not what we're talking about, but I'll get to that. I was actually wanting to discuss the top five seems, at least the top 3-4 seems pretty settled somewhere in the Cade Cunningham, Jalen Suggs, Jalen Green, Evan Mobley area. And I was having a debate. I've actually had this debate with a few people, and some it was not a debate. They agreed with me that me personally, as a GM, Evan Mobley is supposedly the unicorn. He's 7 foot, whatever. I'm not taking a big man with my top 5 pick. I'm not taking a big man, I don't even think, with my top 10 pick. I think it's a guards league right now. I think you look at even, maybe this is a bad example, I don't know, but like Zion versus Trey. You would have thought Zion was going to come in right away, make this huge impact, take the Pelicans to the playoffs. Trey, people had their doubts. Here we are, season 3, takes him in this deep run. You look at Luka Doncic. You look at these guys who are either forwards or guards that I think change these franchise really quickly, and I think the bigs take time. Now you have like DeAndre Ayton. Sure, you could argue that, but DeAndre Ayton also has Devin Booker and Chris Paul carrying with him. So my question for you is, where do you stand on bigs, and especially like a center, and what their impact is quickly? Would you take them, or would you just go low risk, high reward and go guard forward?
I think there might have been somewhat of an internet connection problem or something, because I didn't hear the part when you were mentioning guards that transform franchises that are drafted. I think did you say RJ Barrett, who played all 7?
I said we'll get to the Knicks.
And he played in the playoffs before Zion Williamson. I don't know if the connection, it was something with that. But I think you're onto something with the big man theory, but every team's got a different situation. Every team has different goals in the draft, whether you can weather the storm and develop a player over a period of time, or you're in a win now situation. Which way do the Raptors go? They've got Pascal Siakam and Fred VanVleet. Are they going to bring back Kyle Lowry? You got a top 5 pick. Do you want that pick to compete right now, or do you want to package that pick with the Siakam and go get somebody else? There's a million different options for a team like that. Yeah. So every situation is different. As a Knicks fan, I just want to see them draft grown-up professional basketball players, people who show up and play basketball in America, people who re-sign with the team. You know, the last Knicks player to be drafted by the team and then re-sign with the Knicks was Charlie Ward, and he won a Heisman Trophy. So this team is a complete mess when it comes to the draft. They have 2 picks, not in the lottery. That in itself should be worth a ticker tape parade. I want to see grown-ups. I want to see guys who are ready to compete right now. You're talking about your theory about big men. Oftentimes, big men can be projects. They can have lingering knee issues, foot problems. Give me a guy like John Morant. Get in the league right now and ball. Give me a guy like Book, who at 24, 25.
2 guards. You named 2 guards.
Yeah, so I like your theory of getting young, athletic, long, multiple positions, guys who have some bounce. Look at a big guy, Marvin Bagley, hasn't developed over.
Exactly. And that's example. I actually went down the draft since like 2013. And
yes, nerdy. It's draft day here on Vover. Let's go, Josh.
And I thought, like, okay, you go AD for sure, like generational. And I'm not arguing, like, I think AD was dang near an MVP last season, right? And he's had some huge things, but it's like, even did AD transform the Pelicans franchise? I don't think so. And I'm not dissing the big men. They just take longer. And so many of these teams need something right now. And you're seeing these guards turn these franchise around pretty quick. I'm taking Jalen Suggs as the heir to the throne to Kyle Lowry.
Quickly to cut you off, sorry, but you mentioned Anthony Davis. Hey, Lakers fans, I'll take a bet right now. Do you think Anthony Davis plays more than 70 games next year? I don't think so. You think Anthony Davis plays more than 66 games next year? I don't know. So not only do they take longer to develop, But even if they are some of the best players in the NBA, health is an issue oftentimes with bigger guys.
Yeah. Or like James Wiseman, who like I saw flickers of last year, then he misses the end. I think he could end up being really good, but how long does that take and what do you need? And for the Warriors, they have the time. And even like I think the Cavs are going to take Evan Mobley and they have Colin Sexton and they have Darius Garland. So yeah, maybe trying to get a generational big man is a risk worth taking, but like that's a team that needs something right now. They
need
help
rim
right
runners, you need athletes, you need guys who can guard at the rim. You need to match up with Jokic if you're in the West. You need to match up with Embiid and try to throw something at Giannis if you're in the East. But unless you have a surefire, once in a generation big, like if you see a Shaquille O'Neal, you're taking Shaquille O'Neal. If you see, a dominant force down low, you figure it out.
I think Zion. Okay, I see. But that's once every.
Justine, I was thinking about this the other day. There's a path where Zion could be the biggest athlete to ever walk the face of planet Earth. And that's if he comes to the world's most famous arena and wins a title.
Hey, I love that Knicks fans, like Zion got drafted the next day. They're like, demand a trade. We're going to the Knicks.
Hey, Zion, would you like to be the biggest athlete to ever walk the face of the earth? Come play at Madison Square Garden.
Well, okay, so I don't want to keep you too much longer. I will say, I know your Knicks have late picks out of the lottery. I do think this draft actually has a lot of talent, and I think there's going to be some late picks that are going to do some things in this league. And so I think you guys are in a good position. But moving away from the draft for a second, how do you feel about the potential of D Rose possibly being on the way out after what he did for the Knicks last season?
I just want D Rose to be happy, healthy, playing basketball in games that matter. It'd be great to see D Rose in a situation, whether it's New York, or going back to Chicago or even Los Angeles, where he could play in the playoffs, play deep into May and June. I think everybody wants to see him compete on the highest stage. So D Rose was terrific this year. We'll see what he wants. Does he want a long-term deal? Does he want a one and done? Does he want to stay with Tibbs? Is he forever connected to Taj Gibson? Who knows?
Yes,
but I just want to see that dude out on a basketball court. And getting back to the draft, I don't want to see the Knicks draft anybody who have video games on the insides of their suits. When Jaren Jackson got drafted by the Grizzlies, he had Rock the Vote on his jacket. When Kevin Knox got drafted by the Knicks, it said Fortnite. So let's get some grown-ups who are going to be drafted by the Knicks tonight. Guys who aren't have video games in their coats.
All right, we're going to call that your and one. Also, I would love to see Derrick Rose go back to the Knicks for what it's worth. And I love a Derrick Rose Bulls, but I think he was in a good situation. So, well, I appreciate your time. Always fun. I feel like
Thank you.
We get spicy and I love it.
Enjoy hanging out with the icons too. What's the rest of your day? Yeah, you got a big day, don't you?
I have a show a little bit later with this woman, you might know her name, Cheryl Swoops, the GOAT.
Legends only in your life. Thanks for letting me tag along.
Appreciate you. All right, take care. This has been your Thursday Vover NBA show and one. I'm your host, Justine Brown. That was my guest, Vover's own Ben Lyons, and we will talk to you guys next week.
Vover.